All right, so we've been shopping for bikes. Now it's 2021 and bikes have been kind of hard to find as far as hybrids. My wife and I have been looking around for hybrid bicycles. We're really wanting to get in shape and stay fit, get outdoors and ride bikes. And we haven't been able to find much of a selection. Today we went to Costco, did our usual grocery shopping, and we ran across the Infinity Boss.Three men's city bicycle hybrid. So that caught my eye, and I told her about it. And the next thing we know, there's a women's bike on the other side of the end cap. And that's also an Infinity Boss.Three women's. She was like, I want this bike. So we bought it $219 for the women's bike, $219 for the men's bike. So we got these home, and now I'm going to tear into them. It says easy to install or easy to put together, like that. So we're going to see how easy these are to put together, and then we'll test them out and ride them and see if we finally got the bikes we've been looking for. Okay, so this is what we have on the men's bike when it comes out of the box. It's all packaged up nicely like that. There's a little wrench, and so here we go. So what I'm gonna do is keep the empty box close by, so as I take all of these pieces off, the cardboard and everything, I'm just gonna toss that into that box. Here's something to be aware of when you start taking the bike apart, all the pieces off. You'll notice on the front handlebars, down here on the forks, this is going the wrong direction. It needs to be going that direction, and you just wanna be aware of that. Okay, so we've got the bike, everything taken off plastic. I'm not doing the handlebars just yet. I'm gonna do that in a minute. And just take a note of this too. You've got a lot of instructions inside of here. Want to pay attention to those, they're very helpful. You've also got a wrench included in the pack. You've got, this is gonna be the front wheel lockdown clip, I think is what you call it. I don't know, I'm not a bike expert. These are the pedals for each side, of course. And on this particular bike, it does have it marked right or left, so I know this is gonna be for the right pedal. That's gonna be for the left pedal. Another thing is on here, you'll notice the arrow. That is how you're going to thread the pedal on when you get to that part. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting this thing together. You'll find the included Allen wrench inside of your direction packet. So just be aware of that. Okay, so now I've got it going in the right direction on the forks, and I'm about to install handlebars right here like that. So I slid my handlebar down in here nice and snug. You can adjust it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put mine all the way down. I'll adjust it later if I need to. Don't need to mess with these bolts here. These are only for later when you want to adjust it up and down on the handlebars. And then this bolt, had to loosen that a little bit to slide the handlebars in nice and snug. And then I tightened it up a little bit. The instructions will show you, and they're pretty helpful. You've got to jiggle this, what they call the noodle, from the bracket here. This part right here has to come out of here so you can release the brakes, so they're in this position. Now I can actually put the front wheel through. Okay, now that the brakes have been released, we've got this skewer, and from what it looks like, what I'm gonna do is unscrew this, slide this through the front wheel spoke, and then this is gonna be my quick release bar. But I will have these springs, and I'm gonna try it this way. I'm sure this is how it goes, just like this, going through the spoke. Okay, I've got my front wheel here, and my back wheel already came on the bike. So to put the front wheel on, I also got to make sure that my treads are moving the same direction as each other, but these match up. So now I'm going to put the front wheel on. Okay, so I've got my skewer through the spokes of the front tire. Front wheel. Now I'm going to put the front wheel on. Okay, so now I've got my skewer through the spoke. I've got to put this clamp down And if for some reason it's too hard to put down, I'm gonna have to loosen the nut over here, give a little more slack, but this thing's gotta be down, set really good. And this is what my brakes look like right now. We have to reassemble those here in a minute. Okay, I've got my clamp, my safety clamp on here, quick release clamp. It fits nice and snug. I did have to loosen it up a little bit by turning it the other way, and then I was able to get this clamp down. Okay, so I tightened this up even a little bit more. The best thing to do is tighten it from this side. Don't use that to tighten, you just hold that. But you want it to be clamped down pretty darn hard, but not too hard to open, but not impossible to close. So I feel good about the quick release. I've got my brakes back in properly. You just go the opposite of the way you put them in. They appear to be working good. I had to readjust the handlebar just a little bit, so I went back in here and loosened that nut in there with the Allen wrench that came with the bicycle. Moved the handlebars a little bit, and now we're going to work on the seat. All right, the seat was not a problem at all. What do you think, Cosmo? Okay, apologize for any background noise. We've got our landscaper here. Cosmo is letting him know he knows he's here. So what I had to do was on the seat, pretty simple. I just put it down. I won't put it all the way down to the bottom. That's the right height for me. I just tested it out. And then it's got a tightening bolt over here on this side, and then your clamp right here. What I did was I made sure that the clamp, when I closed this clamp, it was down here and I raised it up, that the seat is unable to move and it's in there good and tight. And so that's the main thing. And then it looks like we're almost done. Now we got to do the pedals.